Now, tensions between the United States and Russia have dramatically escalated.
Doug Luzader live in Washington right now with some strong words coming from Russian officials. Good morning.
Good morning, and there may be an effort now to kind of, lower the rhetoric here a little bit, but this is getting pretty heated between the U.S. and Russia, with growing frustration on the part of President Trump that Vladimir Putin will not even inch his way toward a ceasefire. With Russia stepping up attacks on Ukraine, there appears to be a growing realization at the White House when it comes to Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I think it's been long enough now to know full well he's not coming to the negotiating table and willing to do a ceasefire. The president has given him every opportunity to do this.
And a clearly frustrated President Trump posted this on Truth Social. What Vladimir Putin doesn't realize is that if it weren't for me, lots of really bad things would have already happened to Russia, and I mean really bad. He's playing with fire. To this, former Russian president and Kremlin official Dmitry Medvedev shot back, posting on X regarding Trump's words about Putin playing with fire and really bad things happening to Russia. I only know of one really bad thing: World War III. I hope Trump understands this.
That's basically a challenge that was thrown out by Medvedev there, saying, well, what are you going to do? You're going to back it up? And I guess we'll see.
And Congress will see as well, where there is growing pressure to ratchet up sanctions on Russia.
Obviously, the sanctions are now on the table in Congress, but there's a lot of actions that the Trump administration could do to really put the pressure on Russia and to show the rhetoric is matched by policy.
Yeah, but as far as Congress is concerned, there is bipartisan agreement to do more, and that's creating more pressure on the White House to either pursue sanctions or, as the Kyiv Post is reporting, perhaps take some of the distance restrictions off of some of the U.S. provided weaponry that we send to Ukraine. Back to you guys.
Well, first of all, the idea of just throwing around World War III like that isn't funny or a joke, and I know rhetoric gets heated, but that's a very serious thing. But the bigger thing here is there any amount of sanction that would really change anything with Putin?
Right. I mean, we saw sanctions at the very beginning of this conflict, and that certainly didn't stop him. Putin has built an entire economy now, really around this war effort. So it's not clear that sanctions would really have much of an impact here. Certainly not enough to dissuade Putin, perhaps, from pursuing his ultimate goal, which is to take over all of Ukraine, it seems.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much action, just a lot of words at this point. All right, Doug, thanks so much. Chat with you later.
Thank you.